Artists, do you find planning your social media to be a slog? Do you forget to post and disappear for months? Are you constantly wondering why building an audience is an uphill battle? Then look no further than actually scheduling your posts. Okay, enough of that very cheesy intro. The method of scheduling your posts that I'm going to show you is free and just requires some initial setup. I run all of my social media myself, and I actively post artwork on Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. And then I post more sporadically on other platforms that I just happen to use, like Discord, Toy House, and YouTube. My initial setup time was probably an hour or so, and that included making the template and everything. And now I just spend an hour every 2 weeks planning my content. That is enough preamble for now, so let's get right into what you'll need to get started. The first stop is you will need to get your software together. You'll be needing Notion, yet another general purpose Discord bot, Discord, and the time and date website. As a note, the Discord bot setup is mainly for posting to Instagram. If you only use platforms that allow you to schedule posts, you can totally ignore getting those, which, lucky for you, because that's the hardest part, honestly. And I'll also have a link to my Notion template for social media planning linked in the description below, which is what we'll be using in this video, because it allows you to make templates. And it speeds up the process of picking hashtags, which is honestly the worst part in my opinion. I'm not going to show you how to set these programs up because there's already plenty of qualified people teaching about Notion and Discord, and I also think that you could switch many of these softwares out for very similar ones, i.e. you could probably use Trello instead of Notion or any other Kanban board method, and you could probably swap the Discord bot portion of this out for any reminder system that works for you. So, first, let's do the setup. If you don't already have one, decide your posting schedule and how often you want to prep posts. For example, I post 3 times a week and I prep my posts every 2 weeks. So that means I'm prepping 6 posts every 2 weeks. And importantly, make sure you have a reminder set up to, tell you to sit down and plan your posts, whether it's in your calendar or an alarm in your phone or even an event in your journal. If you can automate it recurring, then even better. I personally stuck to a Google Calendar event every 2 weeks, and now I think I just have it as a task in Habitica that happens every 2 weeks. If you're doing the Notion method in this video, go and duplicate my template from the link in the description below, and if you're working on your own version of this, I'd say just recreate the categories you see, which will be rough, in progress, ready to post, scheduled, and posted. You may also want an archive category, but that's up to you. Now, take some time to personalize the template, following the directions I've included in it, making sure you're editing the template and not just a copy of it. Okay, so once you've duplicated the template, this is a really quick tour of what it looks like. Mine during the tutorial will look a little bit different. Also, my Notion looks a little bit different because I have some basically mods installed for it, but all the functionality should be basically the same. So it'll have a little info category to tell you about how to use it, and this is basically a really quick and dirty version of the video here. Once you get a feel for how to use it, you can always delete these by going like this, and highlighting and right-clicking them. But we're not too worried about that for now. So the most important part about this template is you can start making a new post in any of these categories. Usually you'll want to put it into rough, so we'll call it Leak Dawn Spoilers. And it's like, cool, we have this post idea written down. There's literally no content here. So, but there is this little template, so when we hit new post, you'll see that it populates it with basically a template for what you want to do. You can hit this button to add an image, or you can just drag something in. There's a little section if you want to remind people to share and save, and then a little section where you can put your hashtags. So, hashtag lists are kind of the most powerful thing about this template. Write any common groups of tags you frequently use here as a template, I've included a template to create a new tag group too, but you can click it and duplicate it to make a preloaded set with all of your tags. Take a look at the generic tags category to use one that's already set up. Say I had some generic art tags that I wanted to make sure I included, I would hit that button, and then I could just drag them right up there. But, oh, I want to add DT Draws, because that's my art tag, and YouTube tutorial, and like that, I can just have those tags right there. And if you want to set up a new tag group, you can always duplicate this, and then hit the little cog button, change what the button's name is, YouTube tutorial tags, and we'll go in and do this. Write all your tags here. If you put them all in one block, you can drag all of it up into your post at the same time. And if you only want some tags in the category, you can put them on separate lines and then drag the ones you want into the tags. So if I want hashtag small YouTube channel, hashtag artist support, hashtag VTuber on separate lines. I know these don't even technically go together, but now I have those YouTube tutorial tags and it'll create these. So I could drag some of these up. I could say, no, I don't think I really want those, but I do want VTuber and anime in. And then just for the sake of keeping things clean, I can backspace it and put it into the same block as this one. That's the basic premise of this. If you're in the desktop version of Notion, you can hit Control and then bracket to back out of the page. Also, you can work on it when it's like a small page like this. I just like to get focused in and do it bigger. And say this post is all ready. Well, I started working on it, so it's in progress, and then when it's all ready, I can move it to ready to post, and so on. What we're going to do now is hop into the actual tutorial section, and I'm just going to record me setting up my art posts. Alright, so this is my version of the post planner. It's the one that I originally made, and I've modified it a little bit to be specific to me. I'll quickly walk you through my process of creating a post. The general premise is to upload an image, write your caption, and choose your tags, making sure to add any unique ones from the template. For example, let's use this piece, the Spring Art Exchange, because I haven't found anything to put in there yet. So I'm going to go and grab the piece of artwork for it from the Finished Gifts folder. I have the artwork pulled up, and instead of hitting Add Image, I'm just going to drag and drop it in, and you can see the artwork appears right here. I can delete this block, and here is a lovely drawing I did for the Spring Art Exchange. The character belongs to Aurelia Rain on Toy House. I was honestly pretty worried about how this would turn out, but I managed to save it with some nice God rays by the end. So as a note, your emojis won't always perfectly transfer over, but they usually will, so that's a good thing. So I've gotten this in. I'm going to put an emoji up here just because it's a little bit more eye-catching. You know how there's a little bit more the view more option. So I have this little reminder for people to comment, share, and save the post because that's the most helpful thing for artists. And then I have a bunch of my tags set up. So this is a piece of artwork featuring an OC. It's not my character, so I'm going to remove DT Draws OCs. I don't think it's a fan art drawing, so I'm not going to use the anime hashtag. I am going to use some artist support tags and put them back in the same block so that they copy and paste nicely. There we go. So now I have all my tags set up and I've captioned this post, and I'm like, yeah, I think that looks pretty dang good. And I've started working on it, so I can move it into in progress, but it's honestly pretty ready to go. And also, these got posted, so I'm going to move them into the posted category. So this is ready to post, so I'm going to hop in and work on getting these scheduled. This calendar is linked to this board to basically show you when you have posts scheduled for. I know it's tempting to just drag things and drop them on, but don't do it. They'll disappear forever if you do that, unless you like drag them back up into here. What I usually do is I'll open a second instance of Notion. I already have one open with my script. I'm just going to open a new tab of Notion for this one and go back and forth between the tabs because that's easier for the sake of recording to show you all. And at this point, what I do is I go, okay, so I have this Luther draw this in your style. My properties are usually hidden down to save some space. This, I know my next post will be on the 7th of June, so I will go in and schedule this for then, move it over to scheduled. This will go live on the 8th, so I'll schedule it for the 8th, and then move it over to scheduled. So now I have these two posts ready to go, and from here is where things get a little bit funky. Before we hop into scheduling things, I want to let you know to hang out for a bit, because if you're a digital artist like me, then you know getting your artwork onto your phone to post onto Instagram is a huge hassle. And I figured out how to post work from your desktop, which saves you a lot of time and storage space. Hang out for that, because I'll be going over that right after the scheduling. Okay, so if you're not posting on Instagram, then go ahead and skip to the next section. So, the first stop, I already showed you how the calendar works, and for Instagram, what we're going to do is use the yet another general purpose Discord bot in combination with the reminder command in our own little channel to set up reminders. So you can see this is the category where I just set up reminders. First thing we're going to do is, I'm going to drag the post planner over onto the screen so you can see it. But I have this post scheduled for June 7th. At this point, we're going to work mostly from the calendar. I have it scheduled for June 7th, 2021. So I'm going to set this to now, and then I always post at noon, so I set this website up for noon. If you don't see the time, there should be a little button down here to add the time. And then let's get to June 2021, and it's going live on the 7th. So I calculate the duration, and that is in 3 days, 1 hour, 26 minutes. And basically what I do is remind me 3 days, 1 hour, 26 minutes. I don't worry about the seconds because that's just too much being like super precise. And then I will copy the link to this post so that I know what it is that I wanted to post. And then I will just copy all of this. This is a pretty meaty post to be copying, honestly. I guess we're doing this then, uploading it as a text file. Okay. And if you did it right, you get this set a reminder for 3 days, 1 hour, and whatnot. And now I have scheduled my Discord reminder to put this live on Instagram. And I can do it again with the spring art exchange if I wanted to. So I might share, copy the link, and then I'll tell this to remind me, and we'll figure out when this goes live. It should be 4 days, and then set this to now. Remind me 4 days, 1 hour, 24 minutes, and we'll post it then, and then I'll copy my content. Note that I'm not copying all this stuff down here, I'm just copying the post itself. Boom, set a reminder 4 days, 1 hour, and 24 minutes from now. And then for places like Tumblr and Twitter, you go in and just schedule them how you normally would. I'm not gonna go too nuts showing it off. I'll show off like one for Twitter, just for the sake of demonstration. You'll often need to kind of modify your posts for certain platforms. Use a draw this in your style. I'm posting on Instagram. Head over there for the details, since it's too long for a tweet. And then I always like to I like the sparkling heart. It's like my favorite emoji. We'll do that. And because I'm also recording, I'll upload the smallest one. Then we hit schedule. That goes live on June 7th. at noon. The nice thing about Twitter is you can use your keyboard for a lot of these. Confirm and schedule. And then whenever it finishes uploading, it'll be all good. Your tweet will be sent on the date. Okie dokie. So, really quick, I want to show you how to do that post to Instagram. So, this is for Google Chrome. If you go over to More Tools and Developer Tools, you get the big scary matrix panel, and you'll see, like, here's what it is normally on desktop, and then you hit Toggle Device Toolbar, and then from here, it might default to responsive at first, but if you go in and you change it, I usually go for just some random, like, Apple thing, because, you know, Instagram's like that, and they tend to like Apple devices. And you'll note, oh, I still don't see the post thing here. So you do, go in, refresh your page, and now you do have it. You're basically posting from a mobile browser. And then you hit that little plus for the post button. Note, I've only found that this works with JPEGs. Here's the sketch for Tanara. And then you would go in and paste this. It's a little bit janky, but if you don't want to transfer your files to your phone, really good way around it. And then you would just hit share as normal, as a note. It doesn't seem like you can access the really nice editing tools, but you do have most of the basic filters.
Hello! Thanks so much for watching until the end of this video! I know I have a different VTuber in this one. That's just how dang long this took me to make. But I hope you liked it. It was kind of a new video for my channel, so definitely let me know if you like it or if you want anything else like this or have any other questions like it. But importantly, thank you so much to my Patreon supporters who helped make this possible. Thank you to my pursuers, Big Print Danny Jones, Holly King, and Nicholas Bartholomew, my Voidwalkers, Bonnie Schnabel, Lisa Bimbachi, Scarlett Brooks, and Sadie Hartman, and a huge thank you to my Mythic Spark, 𝐾𝐢𝐬𝐿ink. If you want to help support me making content like this, pledge any amount that you'd like on Patreon. It helps me pay bills and get internet and all that sort of stuff. But if you can't, that's totally fine. Liking the video, commenting, you know, doing general things that tell YouTube that this is a good video, also insanely helpful to me. And you know what, nice comments do genuinely warm my day, so yeah. Although, I don't know if you really warm days. Oops. Anyway, yeah, if you have questions or want to come hang out with me, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/DaisyToddDraws and _ between each of them. At time of recording, I am like 3 followers away from hitting the 50 needed to hit affiliate, and then I just gotta wait long enough for my average viewer count to go up, and we'll be hitting affiliate. So if you want to be super cool and be following before I even hit affiliate, you can go and support me there. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!